Jurgen, a week ago ahead of the first leg, you spoke about your team being underdogs in this tie. As we sit at halfway, 3-0 up from the first leg, how do you change your approach now that you are favourites to go through?
First of all, I'm not interested in this kind of labels, favourite and underdog. I thought it's common sense to say if you play in the Champions League stage against the winner of the Premier League, that you are not the favourite. That was what we were last week, and for me the whole game is about these two legs. So I'm not interested what changed. You have to go, how it always is in football, you have to go and lead in a lead, and you want to score goals, and at the end, when the final whistle, when anybody is doing the final whistle, then you have won the game, and that didn't change since then. We are only in the lead. No problem with that. It's better than I could have expected, but we all know, and I think you all know, that there is still a lot of work to do, and that's why we are here, and not thinking about who is now favorite or whatever. It's all about going the next round. That's what we will try tomorrow.
We've just heard Pep Guardiola and Fernandinho talking about the tough week they've had. Do you get the sense that they are vulnerable given the two defeats?
No, I didn't need anything like that. I knew when we played City, when we lost here 5-0 in the beginning of the season, everybody saw the quality of City, even when we were one man down, but the quality of City was clear. It was clear when you saw preparation for the season, signings. We all know about Pep, best manager in the world, and then it was clear that they will be outstanding. But there's no perfect football team in the world. That the games doesn't give you the chance to be perfect. You have moments, you have situations, you have days, sometimes only minutes, but they had it most consistently. That's why they will be champion at the end of the season. So I knew before that they can concede goals, and if you can concede goals, you can lose. That's how it is, but didn't need anything like that. It's a tough moment for all teams in football, like for us as well. Even when we won the first leg, then we had to go to Everton for the derby. It was not easy, and there are a lot of problems around, but I don't think that anybody really thinks about problems in that moment. It's a big excitement about the opportunity and the chance to go to the next round, which is not fixed so far, but I don't need that. It's not. I don't think that Barcelona thinks they are already through against Rome, because that's football. You have always the chance to respond. You have always the chance to strike back, and that's what City has the chance to, and we have the chance to play again, really, really good, and to win the game. Why not? I think most of the people think it's not one say, okay, Liverpool will go through, but on the other hand side, I think, but they will probably lose here and all that stuff. Nothing is fixed, so we have the chance to win. It will be difficult, but I think when you start a football game, that should be the target.
And just finally, Mo Salah, how is he, and can we expect to see him tomorrow?
Not sure 100%. He was yesterday with Atletico in training, and now I'm here at 5 o'clock. We train at Melbourne, and then we'll see if he can be part of the training. I would say rather yes than no, but we have to see. Then we have to wait for the reaction until tomorrow, and then we'll make a decision. That's it.
Okay, we'll take a couple from Mandy, then we're going to go to the reporter in front there. So yes.
Jurgen, you're unbeaten in 11 games in the Champions League so far, 37 goals scored. Would you say your side have come alive in this competition?
So far, yes. Yeah, but that's how it is in life. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean that it will stay like this. So it's a lot of boys put a lot of work and fantastic attitude, big effort, and so that's why we had this. Why we have these numbers. So and to go through until here, you need to have at least similar numbers, and to go to the next round, yeah, they need to be better after that. So after this day today, and so that's a chance what we are working for. I still cannot forget when we played Middlesbrough last year, and we knew we will be fourth in the league, and we had the qualification, felt fantastic, and then you got Hoffenheim, and then it felt like, woof, that's pretty tough, and you won that, and then we were so excited about the opportunity to be part of the Champions League, and now being here, play against, for me, still the best team in the world in the moment. Yeah, it's a big job, but of course an opportunity as well.
And for looking ahead to back at the last two games for Manchester City and ahead to next season, does it give other teams hope that this City side aren't always invincible?
No, I don't think that City will be worse next year. They had a fantastic season, outstanding season, but they are human beings, thank God. So, and they had now two results, maybe which nobody really expected, but we had to play our best to bring that, and United for sure was a little bit lucky with using the situation. First half, everybody knows they could have scored 5-6. It was an outstanding football game, and then if the door is still open, United of course has the strength to go through. But, and United didn't have a game during the week, so City had. They made a few changes. That's how it is. That's our life, and it's easy then from outside to say they're vulnerable or whatever. They're human beings, and so sometimes because the quality of the opponents, we were strong. United were really strong second half. It will always be possible, but I don't think that too many teams should hope that they will have big problems next season.
You okay to identify, name an organisation, then we'll go to the gentleman, then Simon.
Okay, hi, I'm Suzanne from Viasat Sweden. We talked a little bit with Pep about the fact that they need to do the perfect game, coming offensive and keeping clear. How is it to prepare for a game where you know that they are going to come with everything they got?
They do it always. I would say that's how City plays. If you saw the first half against United, how I said, in a normal game for City against one of the best teams in the world, United, they could have scored 6 goals, or maybe should have 4 at least. So that's their quality. So it's will not be a surprise for us that we have to be at our best again. That's how it is. So if would have happened what everybody probably would have expected, then we are already halfway out. Then we would have lost the first game against the best team for sure of the Premier League. We would have lost at Anfield and coming here more or less to, I don't know, to keep our pride or whatever, to show some kind of reaction. Now we are in that situation. So it's our job to try with all we have to use that situation, because we created it. The boys created it with an outstanding performance, very, very mature, and so I'm still excited about opportunity and not anything else. I'm really looking forward to the game. It will be again a real football game, and it's good.
What's the perfect game scenario for you?
I don't think that it helps a lot. That's pretty clear what it's a perfect game scenario. If we score 5, it would be difficult for Manchester, so I know it's not really likely. So it's all about being stable in the game in all the different moments, still being brave, being lively, being high energetic. Try to cause them as many problems as possible and all these things. So it will be football. It's all about football, and that against. But that's normal. If we go through, if City go through, then it's waiting. Real Madrid probably, Barcelona probably, and Bayern Munich probably. That will be quite intense as well. So it's right. So because it's the Champions League, it's the best team competition in the world, and that's why it should be difficult to go through. So we knew that when we started. I told you about the excitement we felt when we were qualified. Now we are here. Excitement didn't stop since then, so we are still really happy to be part of the competition, and we want to stay in it. That's all.
Okay, gentlemen, could you name an organisation, and we'll go to Simon after that. Yeah.
Hello, Jurgen. Guardiola said a lot of times that he don't talks about referees, and last Wednesday he complained about your referee and the next referee that tomorrow is Mateu Laoz, because he had some problems with him last season. Maybe it's for pressing, condition him, or what do you think about this?
Nothing. What was the question? I only understood the part.
What do you think about Guardiola talks? He says, I never talk about referees. And he talked last Wednesday about your next referee, that is Mateu Laoz, tomorrow referee.
Okay, I didn't hear that. Now you tell me. So to be 100%, there was a situation in our game when we played them where perhaps would have been right to talk about the referee. In the last game against United, I know myself, meanwhile, long enough and good enough. I'm pretty sure I couldn't have ignored the clear penalty situation with Aguero. So I really think he's a very disciplined man, that he don't talk about refs. That's a good idea. By the way, maybe I should take it. But I have no idea about the Spanish ref and the relationship, obviously. Can nothing to say about that.
Simon from the BBC.
Jurgen, Pep Guardiola talks a lot about his side's lack of experience in Europe. Liverpool as a club have huge history in Europe, but recently not so much. Does it have an impact on a competition like this when you're trying to get further, trying to get to the semi-finals and final of the Champions League?
There's a mood around that is something like the experience I don't think really helps. You can ask yourself if the experience of your grandfather helped you a lot in your life. I'm not sure. You have to make your own experiences, and that's maybe. But in a club, it's like this, that the mood is special in these moments. You can feel it, even if you, of course, as you can imagine, the short periods between the games. Not, but it's never really easy to be part of the normal life and feel and hear what people are saying about the excitement and the importance of the competition. But you feel that it's European nights for LFC are special. Expectations big, but we are not more experienced than the City players in this competition, especially in the Champions League. We have been with a few of the boys 2 years ago in the European League final, clear, but it's an experience. When you lose the final, it's not an experience you really need or you use a lot. We try to do our best to gain experience, to get experience, to collect experience, to collect informations and all that stuff. That's what we do, and that's what we did so far. And tonight, tomorrow night, it's again a big test for both teams, of course, for both teams. And will be interesting to see how we can deal with that 100%.
Okay, last couple. Arthur from Brazilian television, if we could pass the microphone to him. If there's anyone who's got any final questions, if you wanted to try and catch my eye, but Arthur now from Brazil.
Hi, Mr. Klopp. After the match, the last match against Manchester City, Firmino said that he is in the best moment of his career. I would ask you if you agree with him, and if he is in the best shape since you start your coaching.
Yes.
Would you like to follow up, Arthur? Would you like a longer answer, or is he happy with it?
If you want to give me a long answer, would be great.
No.